but I'm going to involve her in the next plot. I won't tell how. But it
I
just makes
forgot
it,
you
makes
kept
us
her
more.
off stage and yet didn't actually
Yeah,
kill her.
yeah. Yeah, she's not she's in a sort of a psychotic depressive state, sort of near catatonic, and just sort of this living, almost human gravestone in a way, and I think it works very well.
Well, it also provides him with well, not an excuse, but I mean, he's not thus free to just marry somebody else should that ever come up.
Right.
And
He's involved with someone right now, though.
Yeah, he is. No, I know. And I like the character very much in Death in Vienna.
Chiara.
Yeah.
We introduced her in The Confessor, and I just loved her. And she was sort of inspired by some people I met in Venice when I was working on The Confessor.
That's a very interesting dynamic. Dick Francis did it particularly well in one book, the name of which I cannot remember, but it's the one where he has his hero in an iron lung. I mean, sorry, his hero's wife has been stricken with polio and is in an iron lung. And so the guy has got that, you know, he has to be there to support his wife and whatever, but yet at some point he wants some sort of emotional life, sex life, whatever it is, and how is all that to be handled? And there's a woman not dissimilar to Chiara who comes into the story and who is content to have him in
Whatever way.
Yeah, doesn't have any problem with his loyalty to his wife, and you know, it is a very interesting book, a very bittersweet book, actually.
Chiara's starting to make some noises, though. She's like a little more of Gabriel, I think.
Well, you know what? You set these people in motion. You're just going to have to
That's
deal
right.
with their emotional storms.
But that's what you know. Create a good character and let them tell you what to do. That's the way I like to. And Chiara, that's the way Chiara would play it. I think she'd be willing to wait for him for a while, but not forever.
So, are you satisfied with being a fiction writer?
Definitely.
This is really what you wanted to do?
Definitely. Definitely.
Word has reached me that this is your first book tour. Are you finding that unnerving, exciting? Do you like connecting with readers face to face?
I like connecting with readers face to face. I am a terribly shy person, and so I don't, you know, to get up and stand in front of a bunch of people is not what I really like to do.
If only they could send me with you. I often say that.
But I've really enjoyed it, actually. It's been hard, and I miss my children terribly, but the bookstore events have been terrific. I've met lots of people, met lots of readers, and the feedback is very helpful, actually.
I find that most writers say that the thing that's the most valuable to them about book tours is that direct reader feedback. I always try to encourage a question and answer period, because I mean, some of the questions are the usual tiresome thing, but sometimes you get the most extraordinary comments and really moving
comments, but to realize that you do have fans, that people like you.
Actually, you know what?
It's very helpful.
I don't think it's that so much. Then it is the fact that what you realize, at least what I see writers, I can't speak for you, but I can speak for my own reaction. What I see sort of throwing them is the fact that their characters have become real, that people are really invested in the lives of these people that you have dreamt up, created, and they care about them in a way that must be difficult for you as the creator to imagine.
No, they seem very real to me. I had always thought that writers who said, you know, they talk to their characters, or their characters are sitting around them while they work, I'd always thought that was a little bit of exaggeration, but they really are as real to me as just about anyone. And I spend more time with them than I do with people in the overt world.
You certainly talk to them, or they talk to you.
They talk to me, and you know, every morning when I walk down there and close the door in my office, I'm in their world, and I spend more time with them than I do with living people. So
do you
they
leave
seem
them
real.
there successfully when you exit the office?
No, and purposely so. When I'm working on a book, I'm afraid I'm terribly preoccupied. I work a lot of hours in the day. I bring my manuscript upstairs to bed with me at night and read before I go to sleep. I let the subconscious mull it over. I keep them with me all the time. I just find it's easier to sort of stay in character than it is to come out in and out of character. So I'm a little bit preoccupied. I'm told I have a problem with preoccupation.
I think it's a problem. Well, it's a problem we should be grateful for if it is a problem. But I had a most unnerving comment at which I'm going to close this program from a writer who was here recently. And I can't remember exactly how it came up because she wasn't much of a drinker, but somehow the whole thing of writers and alcohol came up, and I said, I often wonder, because I can't read and drink. I mean, it just doesn't work for me. And I said to her, I can't figure out how people can write and drink. And she said, and here's what she said, which I thought was fascinating. She said, we have to drink to turn the voices off.
Not me. I don't touch this stuff.
I just thought that was, you know, the most dramatic comment on how real how a writer, in fact, is in this interior world.
We'll close on alcohol. I'll drink wine on vacation, but I work so early in the morning, and those first few minutes, couple of hours when I wake up, are the productive time, and to have any kind of alcohol lethargy or any kind of hangover, I can't deal with that.
Well, I'm glad you won't turn into Dashiell Hammond in front of me.
No, not me.
Daniel, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it,
Thank
and I
you.
want to thank all of you for this visit with us on the Criminal Calendar. Isn't it?